Today, we go through the 2026 rookie running back draft class. You see the names on the screen. We're going to be tier listing these guys. Now, the running back class this year is a little bit weak. It's top heavy though. We're going to talk about Jeremiah Love first. I mean, he'll be the only guy in S tier. Quick little, news flash. But this guy is true S tier talent. So we're going to go through all the running back names for the rankings. And if you guys want, I'll then make another mock draft video. We have the wide receiver rankings done, the running back rankings done, and man, oh man, more research has been completed, and things are getting a little bit clearer. Now, we still need some of these guys to declare or not for the draft. We'll break it all down. S tier number one, the one and only, is Jeremiah Love. If you have the 101 in your Dynasty rookie draft, you're picking Jeremiah Love. He is above Jordan Tyson. He is above Fernando Mendoza. Maybe there's somebody in your Dynasty draft dumb enough to pass on him, but it'd be a mistake with the first selection. He is a lock. Why? Analytically, he compares to Bijan Robinson, Saquon Barkley. This guy is going to be a top 10 draft pick inside of round one. People are also saying he could be a top 6 draft pick. The landing spot's not going to matter. He will be a running back that produces. He will be the immediate workhorse back wherever he gets selected, just due to the fact that he's getting top 10 draft capital alone. Ashton Genty, yeah, he had a pretty solid year one. This guy is compared as better than Ashton Genty. So, I mean, Jeremiah Love, he's only 20 and a half years old, too. Some of these guys on this list are actually going to be closer to like 22 years old, 23 years old even. Jeremiah Love, who'll be turning 21, come draft time. 6 foot, 215 pounds. What I like to see here is he is good at pass protection. He is an athletic freak. Looking at his production profile, 27 receptions almost in back-to-back seasons. To almost 300 receiving yards as well in 2025 with 3 receiving touchdowns. Add that on to averaging, 1,200 rushing yards the past 2 years, Notre Dame back-to-back. And he's splitting the backfield this year with somebody, we'll see him up on this list next. We'll have Jadarian Price, who we'll be talking about. But I mean, really nothing you can say that is a weakness for Jeremiah Love. He's the 101. Looking at the second name, I'm going to go ahead and put Jonah Coleman for now. Now, Jonah Coleman, where is he going to land in A tier? It's really landing spot dependent, draft capital dependent. Jonah Coleman, he's 22 and a quarter years old, so he's a whole 2 years almost older than Jeremiah Love. And, he's 230 pounds. He's heavier, but he's 5'9". He's a smaller, heavier guy. But what I like to see here with Jonah Coleman is the receiving. He's a very good receiver. He's not necessarily the best runner of the football of all time, but he's a capable back. Think of like Nick Chubb, Zach Charbonnet, Trey Benson, David Montgomery. Those are some of like the analytical and production profiles he comps out to. He has a good chance at being a day 2 selection, right? Not day 1, not, round 4, round 5. Probably somewhere in that round 2, round 3. Looking at his stats, 354 receiving yards in this last 2025 season. He had 1,000 rushing yards in 2024. He has 756 rushing yards in 2025, less carries, a little bit less efficient though as well, and then 15 touchdowns. He's one of the best pass protecting backs in the class, and he's got decent hands like we were talking about. His speed's not great because he is heavier. So Jonah Coleman, and I'm going to put him somewhere towards the bottom of A tier, and really just on the rushing alone, I think we're going to have to put somebody above him, and we're going to put, guess who? Notre Dame number 2. Jadarian Price, I think, has to go above Jonah Coleman in my eyes. He's 5'11", 210, a bit more of a prototypical type build. Also the same age as Jeremiah Love, 20 and a half years old, let's call it. I think he could be the number 2 running back taken off of the board come the draft in April. He plays alongside Jeremiah Love, obviously. And a lot of the running backs after Jeremiah Love are comparable. Like Jadarian Price, Jonah Coleman. We'll see how the rest of the board here shakes up. But there's not really that it factor back. You're kind of throwing darts at a dartboard. Think like, they have like a 50% chance of being a running back 2. And a not so great chance, like 30% of being a running back 1. So that's kind of the quality of player we're going to be looking at here after the Jeremiah Love guaranteed sure thing tier drop off if you don't have that first pick in Dynasty, though. You know, the guys here, Jerry and Price, General Coleman, we'll do mock drafts. You're looking at mid to late round 1 probably in terms of what you have to invest into some of these guys. It's obviously going to depend on landing spot and draft capital. I think Jerry and Price is like a 2nd or 3rd round pick. A lot of these guys are probably going to be 2nd or 3rd round picks. He's got good patience. He's good between the tackles. Problem is, no receiving usage whatsoever. Only 6 receptions in 2025. Good rusher, though. But again, he's been splitting the backfield with Love. So Price, Coleman, those are the 2 A-tier guys that I currently have. Running back number 4, Hollywood Smothers. I think I want to throw him in B tier to be completely honest here. And let's just go quick. He's probably entering the transfer portal. Like, I don't even think this guy's going to declare. But if he does declare, he is a decent back. He almost had 1,000 rushing yards, averaged about 6 yards per carry this year. And he did have, he's averaging about 220 receiving yards the last 2 seasons as well. So an honorable mention here for Hollywood. Let's monitor his status and whether or not he transfers. Justice Haynes is going to be the next guy. B tier as well. Like, I'm not super convinced that Haynes is going to be something special. He honestly just, he screams the definition of mediocre to me. Good. The defender comes, bam, hits him. He's good at first contact, but then after that, between the tackles, he's a little bit slow. He's 5'11", 210 pounds. To me, he screams change of pace back at the NFL level. I don't know if he's going to be a star. He reminds me of Woody Marks, where what Woody Marks is doing right now is kind of what I see as Haynes' ceiling. And Woody Marks is better at pass protection and obviously a better pass catcher as well. You got Justice Haynes, who only had 50 receiving yards in 2025. I'm just not convinced with this guy. B tier is where I'm going to throw him. Emmett Johnson. Now, looking at Emmett Johnson, I'm also going to throw him in B tier. He's 22 and a quarter years old, a little bit older, 5'11", 200 pounds, Nebraska. So he has, he's had good usage, decent receiving production profile. He ran some slot receiver routes while he was at school, which obviously boosts his gadget play, his versatile nature. Maybe an NFL team, reaches on him a little bit higher, invests more capital in the draft due to this. It's similar to Caleb Johnson, which we had last year, where the athletic nature is not great, but the production is. Looking at Emmett Johnson, you're going to hear these stats. I mean, just wait. This guy had 1,300 rushing yards, 12 touchdowns this year, and 255 receiving yards. You're like, dang, this guy's insane. So again, he produced well, but I'm still thinking round 4, round 5, round 6 pick. So, I mean, Price, Coleman, I see these guys as the day 2 backs, round 2, round 3. And after that, you're starting to, you can see things are getting bleak later on in this class. Now the rest of these guys are going to be round 4, round 5, round 6. It's not jaw-dropping. It's not super impressive to me. Honestly, B tier might be too generous for all 3 of these guys. I think that we're going to call it B.5, and we're just going to have them somewhere down there. Next name to talk about is Keyshawn Brown from Louisville. He's very athletic, but he probably isn't going to declare for the draft just due to a lack of production. He's a good player. He's very talented, but he only had 700 rushing yards this year, and he had 118 receiving yards. He's been efficient, man. 10 yards per reception, okay? 7 yards per carry. He just hasn't been getting the usage, so he might want to boost his own stock and not declare. If he does declare, I would honestly put him at the top of this B tier. So let's monitor Keyshawn. Am I saying the name right? Probably not. Le'Veon, not Bell, Le'Veon Moss, Texas A&M. It's not great. He's a mid to late day 3 type guy. Nothing super impressive. 400 rushing yards, average 5 yards per carry. Didn't have any receiving role. I mean, this is not the same Cal. I'm not excited, man. I'm gonna throw him actually in C tier. Marcellus Hawkins, 749 rushing yards. 74 receiving yards. Just a C tier type back, kind of a shot in the dark type player. Day 3 player as well. Roman Hemby, this guy's 6 foot, 200 pounds. He's slow, which you don't like to hear. You don't, oh, he's slow. Let me go reach on this guy. I'm super excited now. No. And looking at his production, 900 rushing yards, 160 receiving yards. He did have a pretty solid receiving role, almost at or over 300 receiving yards, around that average from 2022 to 2024. So that's not bad, but I'm not super excited about it. Am I missing somebody? We're missing Eli Heidenreich. Oops. But Heidenreich would also be down here as like a day 3 player, C tier type guy. Receiving, that is weird. I don't know why it says, yeah, that ain't right, man. But it looks like, oh, you know what? No, this is right. Eli Heidenreich, his production profile, it's telling me he had 877 receiving yards, 46 catches, and 437 rushing yards. We might be looking at a Savion Williams type situation. I'm going to have to dig into this guy a little bit further. That's my bad. All I really had there was the production profile. So now we got to break down the Penn State running backs. I purposely left these guys off, man, because Nick Singleton and Katron Allen. People were comparing Nick Singleton as a round 1 rookie draft pick in 2025. How the mighty have fallen. Now, looking at Nick Singleton and Katron Allen, I mean, between the two of them, Singleton is a much better receiver. Katron Allen is a much better rusher, and that's how they've been getting used at Penn State. It's going to be a debate all season long, you know, who should I take, Singleton or Allen? The answer might be neither. Neither of these guys might be great. Like, I could see either of them going day 2. I don't really know which. Like, I think that they're both probably going to be like, I would say Nick Singleton's more athletic, but I could see either of these guys potentially finding a role. Is it a huge role? Probably not. So I'm just going to throw both of these guys, like, probably a little bit, I don't even know, like, I think they're B tier. I think these guys are B tier backs, but just keep in mind, like, B tier and a half. Like, it's closer to C tier for almost all of these guys. We're going to have to see what the actual analytical profile from the combine is for a lot of these guys. I mean, there's really 3 running backs that I would focus on this year. Jeremiah Love, he's going to be special. Jadarian Price, he has a good chance to be solid. Jonah Coleman has a chance to be solid. Let's just throw LJ Martin somewhere down here in C tier as well. You know, not necessarily the cream of the crop. Another guy that's going to be day 2, day 3. Not super exciting. So it's not a great running back class. Looking at the wide receiver class, it's not great either. Like, there's, you know, 3 or 4 wide receivers that are pretty decent. Running back class, you know, 2 guys that you can really take a shot on, then you're truly just, you know, shooting fish in a barrel. So that's the status of the draft class. We're going to do some mocks. Let me know if I missed any names down below, or should anybody be higher or lower. Thanks for watching. See you boys in the next one.